I don't know if this is going to work out at all, but I'm just going to go ahead and record this and see what happens. So greetings and salutations, my name is Deltran, and I'm actually just sitting here with a bunch of thoughts of my own, and I figured I would go ahead and just have a nice casual conversation with you while I'm driving home from work. And please let me know if you like this at all, because if you hate it, I won't do this anymore. If you like it, I'm not going to promise I'm going to keep doing this, but we'll see. So here's what I'm thinking about right now. The new weapon refines are out, and this is the first time I've been genuinely excited about all of them. It's nice to see what they're doing with this, and I really am excited about all of the brand new refines that are out there. I'm not talking about the sword, you know, the upgrades to Falchion and stuff like that. I'm just talking about the Core 3 right now. Oh my gosh, I should get my hand on the wheel. I'm stopped, it's okay. I'm talking about the Core 3. And so let's go ahead and, I don't even know what order they're showing in, but let me talk about Camilla first. And with Camilla, I think it's pretty interesting the way that they are bringing this about. They are giving her a much needed buff, but they have a strange contingency on it, because if they just gave her like a flat out buff, I don't think it would be nearly as powerful, and it needs to be in that +4 range. And they needed some sort of condition for that to exist, right? They're already giving her a nice Might 16 weapon, and so to go with that, they need to have something to trigger that. And I think that being next to a flyer, which is not out of the question, or a horse, great, they give you another option there, is a good idea. Now, when it comes down to it, it's only going to be flyers in arena. Am I right? Like, you're not, for some areas, and you know, like before you get to tier 20, yeah, sure, you could definitely have a horse, but first of all, the AI is not going to keep near you, so good luck with that. But it's actually pretty darn convenient to get that +4 for attack and speed. I love it. And then giving that same unit a +3, you know what? Slap on the support. There you go. You're getting yourself a nice +6 to attack and to speed from one unit. It's absolutely beautiful. And then if you do some flyer shenanigans with guidance and whatnot, actually, no, guidance isn't the one I'm thinking of, but formation, if you do that, then you're just set. You are so set that it isn't funny. So I actually really like that. Could it be more powerful? Maybe, but I like the direction they went with it. It has some type of flavor to it, and honestly, it's not impossible to get. It just means that she can't solo, which is fine. So now we'll talk about Corrin. So male Corrin has his new upgrade on Yado, and he has a +2 across the board all the time on all of his stats. That's good. He's a unit that sort of wanted everything. That gives him a 36 neutral IV, a 36 speed now. I forget what that brings his attack to and his defense to, but I know he has some bulk to him. That's good to see. I love that. And so that's actually nice in and of itself, but that would be pretty lame if that's all he had. So it's sort of interesting. Anytime I look at his refinement on his new weapon, on top of that now, you know, the green text, I keep on having Depeche Mode play in my head. You know, it's like your own personal Marth, because I mean that's what it is, right? It's Marth's bonus, but it only applies to one person. But it's better than what Marth does. Marth has that, I forget the Fire Emblem name, but he has drive, all the skills for 2, and that's pretty nice. You know, that's pretty cool. But now you're doing that only to one person, but it's +3. I don't know how many times I have looked at things and said, you know what? If it was +3 instead of +2, it would actually make a difference. Whenever I was doing Lloyd back in the day, you know, like a year ago now, whenever I was looking at Lloyd, I had that thought. I'm like, oh, you know what? Lloyd needs +3. +2 on initiation is not enough. And they upped that. I think IS is realizing where their math ends up being balanced, and I think they were shortchanging a lot of things on purpose, but and I'm glad to see they're coming back around fixing it. But that's the thing, is it +3, in addition to the fact that it is a support unit. You have to have that supported, so it's going to be a +4 or +5 depending upon the positioning in order for it to work. And I keep on looking at the speaker on here as if that's where the camera is. I'll get it, I'll figure it out eventually. So you have that, right? And so I think it's much better than some people are giving it credit for, because I mean, heck, +5 to all your stats, and then you could still have some kind of a tactic skill on Corrin. You can still have another drive. Other people can give buffs. I mean, it's like a freebie on somebody. And now Corrin can actually fit a role. I don't necessarily think he's like the best ever, but you know what, you give him Swift Sparrow, he's gonna actually be able to hurt something now. You give him distant counter, he can use that well enough that he'll live. He can tank a hit, in some circumstances anyway. He can take a hit. It's good. It's quite acceptable. And so lastly, but certainly not least, we have Clair. I never liked Clair previously. She just didn't have the stats for it. And you know what? I know I have someone I know that has made a really nice resistance tank out of her, mage tank out of Clair. And then, you know, female Morgan came along, and that became so much easier to do. But if you take a look at what's out there now with her, it's basically a copy of the winged sword that Sita got. And it fits her so much better. Clair uses it so much better than Sita. I'm sorry. It's amazing. She can kill the Grima and the DPT. She can. It's really cool. I appreciate that. Now you have to have Iceberg on her. You can't do it with Aether, which is a little unfortunate. If you give her just a little extra buff support, you know, as if she was on a team or something, then she could do it again. But it works out so much better on her. Whenever I first saw that sword for Sita, I was impressed, and then I was very disappointed. She didn't perform with it as well. I think Clair's going to perform great with it. So what do you guys think? I am excited for all three. I'm having a problem deciding who to upgrade. I think actually, since I have enough other red buff support, I think Corrin is like sort of on the bottom of that. But really, I don't have a Clair. But it's either hope for a Clair while I'm trying to summon for Ishtar, or go with Camilla. What are you guys thinking? Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to know about that. And so that's what I've been thinking about on my commute home. So thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate all of you. And until next time, take it easy.